if you don't take the initiative now for free. See, you are watching me do it and others do it. And you may be thinking, I got time. I'll wait until something in my personal life, happens, and then I'll be more focused to do it. No, you need to focus right now. Knocking. You going to answer the door? Opportunity right now is knocking. Are you going to answer the door? Because if you don't do it, if you don't start working towards it right now, I promise you, in the next 6 to 18 months, you're going to be so overwhelmed with uncertainty, anxiety, fear, because of all the shit that's going to be going on in you're not going to be able to study. And you're going to be so panicked. You're going to be so fearful of what's going to be happening to you. Where are you going to make your ends meet? Are you going to be evicted? Are you going to lose your home? Are they going to take your car because you can't pay the note on it? You have to. You have to find a way to make income. You have to. Whether your job holds you as essential or not, you must have a way to feed yourself and your dependents. And some of you just think you got all the time in the world. That world is gone. It's crunch time, folks. It's time to get off your ass, put aside all those things you're wasting time with, and start working towards learning this skill set while you can. Get what you can. You have to get up, shake yourself, see the opportunity, and seize it. Take it by force. You cannot sit around and rest on your laurels. You sit around like a lazy ass, you will be crying. 18 months or less. That's the timeline. That's when shit gets really hard. Even for me. Oh, ICT. You're privileged. Nothing's going to bother you. Wrong, man. Wrong. I have kids. Okay, I have kids that don't still listen, like some of you, because they listen to friends, families, member saying, "Oh well, you can do it this way and do it that way," and I'm their father, and I'm living this stuff. They watched it, and it's driving me nuts. Why don't you do what I do? It's like they've been like a spell's been cast over them. Like I don't know. I don't get it. But it's not shocking to me when I see people that I don't have any relationship to. A lot of you folks that are listening to me, when you don't want to do anything, I understand that, because it's like, okay, what's this guy trying to sell me? What's he trying to get out of me? Nothing. I don't want anything from you. I just want to see, in the last 1/3 of my life, or whatever you want to call it, if I even lived that long, I want to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I've left a mark on people that gave me their time, lent me their ear, that I placed something in their hands of value that they can't really put a price tag on. Because honestly, when I sold mentorship, it was $155 a month for 12 months, and then one-time charter payment of $200. Now, some of the folks that were in my mentorship, that was a very hard thing for them to pay. Very difficult to pay. Some actually quit because they couldn't keep up with the payments. But I'm going to be honest with you. If you look at what I just gave away for free, that's sitting out there on YouTube, the videos are not going to come down. That right there is an ATM machine that costs you nothing, and it repeats every single week. I got to start this truck up. It's getting hot. Give me a second. I'm going to start heading back to the house, and then we'll end this. The Lost my train of thought. Hang on one second. You guys are going to have to give me a lifeline here. Give me a text on or tweet to me. What was the last thing I said before I told you I'm going to turn the air conditioner on? It's the interactive part of the discussion. What was the last thing I had said? That'll jog my memory. ATMs. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. If you looked at what I showed on that, okay. Now listen, I know there's a lot of you YouTubers out there that will never mention my name, but you're using my stuff. I get it. Okay. You're in this audience right now too. I'm taking money from you. I'm taking money from you. I'm taking subscribers from you. I'm taking future sales from you. And guess what? I don't feel bad about that because there's other ways for you to get subscribers. I'm only here in that space on YouTube and on Twitter to show everybody that I've always been who I've always claimed to be. And my students can do what I claim that they can do. Not all of them. I've been very honest and said that not all of them are successful. Wouldn't it be a little unrealistic for me to be coming out here? All of my students are passing FDMO challenges and my Forex funds challenges, and they're all millionaires. That is something that would raise so many eyebrows. That's a scam. And you see all these other folks out there that they're selling this idea that they're teaching people how to make money and they're doing something exceptionally well, but they don't have any profitable students. Where's the profitable students? I'm looking on the internet and I'm seeing people just with my mentorship that's been made for free. They're out there getting paid for free. They learned this skill set. They opened up whatever these funded account companies are, and I'm not repping anyone in particular. I just know those two because the students report that's who they've used. I'm not saying to go into any of them. But when they start getting money paid to them that they would never earn in 4 years, that's a testimony, folks. That is a testimony. Don't believe me because I say I can do it. Don't believe me because I show you example after example, and every single week it comes to pass. Don't believe me because of that. Believe me because you have done it yourself. You learned. It cost you nothing but the effort to put into it. That ATM machine that I have on my YouTube channel right now, that is the most clear, concise, right to the point, no bones, even though I do some jawboning in those videos. There is no advantage to going and buying pirated copies of my mentorship because it will not give you what I gave you on YouTube for free. And I swear to God, that's the honest truth. Some of you think that there's going to be some easy spelled out method. I made it hard even for mentorship because I knew I had clowns in there taking my stuff, immediately parroting what I'm saying, or just outright selling the video. And there's a guy down in Texas waiting for his pour to be finished that's been selling my videos. Yeah, I know about it, buddy. I know all about it. Like that plot twist. That's all right. Everybody needs to eat. But it's my stuff. If I wanted to come out here and teach everything I gave on mentorship, guess whose prerogative that is? It's mine. But I honor my relationship with those individuals. And I also taught them in retrospect, everything I said to do with the things I taught, They were supposed to do what I did publicly. That's just one model. I could literally sit down every single week for the rest of my life and make a new model based on the things that I know and what I teach. So you all think this is a one-trick pony. This is the only way it can be done. No, it's not. But I sat down and I wanted to find a way that my daughter, who is not interested, I didn't win her over. I don't think she can do it. I mean, I love her to death, but I don't think she has the capability to do it. And guess what, folks? That's okay. Because some of you are going to come to me and start as a student. You're going to try to be a student, but you're going to fail. You're going to fail. And it's unfortunate. But every endeavor I tried when I was younger, I wasn't successful in it. And I just kept grinding. I looked for something different. But I don't think you should completely stop trading, the pursuit of trading, because you can't make this one particular for you. I promise you, if you dig into my YouTube channel, I teach so many things. All you have to do is use what makes sense to you. Here's what you need to do going forward. Now we will close this discussion because I gotta get home and get something to eat. My stomach is growling like crazy. And if I wasn't driving, you'd probably hear it. But when you go forward in your pursuit of understanding what it is that you're trying to accomplish, your trading model, the thing that you're out. Number one is, where are opportunities found? That means, what makes your opportunity? What is the thing you're trying to participate in? What's the trade idea, the framework? Are you trying to trade a daily chart, an hourly chart? Are you trying to trade a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute setup? And that has to be linked directly to your personality. Because if you're somebody that's lazy and lethargic, and it takes a whole lot of things to get you to motivate and move, day trading is not your thing. I guarantee you that. And you're probably going to do very, very well just trading on a daily chart, because it takes all day long for that candle to close. So it means it's going to take a whole lot before that time frame really changes the storyline that it's working in. So you need to figure out where you are personality-wise. And there is a huge, huge mix of personalities in my mentorship group, whether it be YouTube or in my private group. There's a lot of you, and you all have different personalities. And those characteristics, you need to subscribe to a model that matches that, not try to change who you are. So many of my students try to be a mimicking version of me, and it's impossible for them. So they just get frustrated, and they live vicariously through me, but they're not successful in trading. And some of you are thinking, man, he just nailed me right there. Yeah, but you're doing it wrong. I don't want ICT clones. I want to see the guy or gal out there that said, you know what, I'm thankful to put this stuff out here, and this is who it helped me shape as a trader. I've always been this trader. I just didn't have the skill sets to apply to my personality. You see what I just did there? I didn't take any credit for your success, because guess what? Your success is your success. I nod that I had a small little part in the beginning, but you did all the work. You did all the heavy lifting. Only thing I did was gave you a roadmap. You still got to get your ass out of bed. You still got to be in front of those charts. You still got to be back testing and journaling. You have to do all of that stuff. So why the hell would I expect to get any of that credit? Mentors that are on YouTube and Instagram, they all want to be fluffed up because they're selling ego. They're selling lifestyle that they can't live unless those subscriptions keep coming in. Well, I just walked away from millions of dollars a year to prove that I don't need that money. Who are you going to believe? You going to believe the guy that tells you before it happens and it happens, no safety net, shows you when he takes a loss, shows you a live account statement? Hello. I told you, no one's going to doubt in 2022. I gave you the same perspective I've given my private group 6 years, day after day, week after week. You tasted it now. Now, some of you might not like the taste of it. That's fine. But those of you that this resonated with, that's my target audience. It's not a specific age bracket. Whoever wanting to listen to me, if I can change one person and improve their outlook on life and make their ends meet, guess what? That's been a success. And I can feel good about that. And I can champion their results. I can praise them, not them praise me. I don't want to be praised. I don't want to be worshiped. I want to high five those individuals that worked their ass off and said, you know what? My friends and family didn't understand why I was doing this. My boss laughed at me and said when I wasn't going to be here in a year or so, and now I'm not working there anymore. Not because they fired me, not because I lost my job or got made redundant. Because I said I don't need that income. It's a distraction, and it's deterring me from making more ends meet. That's a feeling that none of you can put a price tag on. I could have literally, seriously, I can think about it. If I would have made PDF case studies and included that with the mentorship that's on YouTube, I could have packaged that and literally sold that for $5,000. And I'm going to tell you something right now. That a lot of you might say that's too much money, but I guarantee you I would have had about 250,000 people doing it. There's a lot of people out there that once they see it and they understand it, and this is consistent, this works, these things work, and they're going exactly where he's pointing to. When that happens, something magical happens. Suddenly, when somebody says they don't have the money to spend on something, they can pull it out of their ass real quick. Yeah. Perfect example, my uncle, who used to talk to me when I was 16 about trading, asking to do this and do that, is my Aunt Barb. She'd be like, hey, Stan, we got to do that. Oh, we ain't got the money for that. And then somebody selling season tickets for the Ravens on Craigslist at the price that all of a sudden, yeah, five times what my aunt suggested they got to spend money on. You don't have the money for that. But Ravens tickets, oh shit, we got all kinds of money, honey. Let me get out of the way. We got to get to the bank. We got to take out a loan. I'm going to put a line of credit. See, because there's motivation. And the only thing I've done for the first 6 months of this year was what I promised I was going to do. I was going to teach you exactly how to go in and find these setups and prove to you that they're consistent and prove that you can make real money, not just demo dollars. You can make real money doing it. Not all of you are going to make money every single day. You're going to lose. And guess what? I've proven that losing doesn't really change anything. But if your mindset is not accurate, or not accurate, but right, losing can derail you. And that's why I talk to you like this. That's why I give you these motivational speaks and sessions and kind of like an attaboy, attagirl, that type of thing that, prod you along. Because it's easy to be influenced by short-term adversities because your friends and your family and your workplace, where you pimp your life out for a small amount of money, you spend more time there than you spend with me. So that negative cloud that's always over top of you, the people that are around you, that you hopefully look at them as a support structure, your friends and family, none of them are going to tell you what you want them to say. They're not going to say, you know what, Brian? You fucking deserve this. You deserve this. You've worked your ass off. You've done everything right. If there's anybody out there that deserves this, you do. And dang it, get out there and take it. Nobody's going to do that for you. Your spouse ain't going to do it. Let me tell you something. I'm married to this woman now. Okay? I'm married to this woman, and she lives on the fat of everything I've done. And she still thinks it's a video game. She thinks it's a video game, no skills involved, and she's not impressed by any of it. And it pisses me off. Missy, you pissed me off, woman. I've worked my ass for over 20 years to make this woman understand how much focus it takes to do this stuff. Nope, not impressed. So let me remind you for the last time, stop looking to be validated outside of yourself because they're never going to do it. You need to be your own cheerleader. You are the person that drags your ass out of bed and says it's time to go to work. Period. You do that. Well, guess what? You got to use that same moxie to get your ass out of whatever you're doing when you're not at work, and you have to study. You have to study. You got to pour into this everything. Do it for a year. It's 1 year, folks. 1 year. Why a year? Because you're going to see all the seasonal influences that take place over the full calendar year. That's experience. That's a perspective that you cannot appreciate until you see it. Then you have that going into the next year. And if you journaled, you compare and contrast. When you start a new month, okay, what did I experience last September? What did I experience last October? And what was it like the last 3 weeks of December? And what was it like in January? You're going to have something as a baseline, and you do that every single year. But I'm going to tell you something, folks. Once you have consistency, let me tell you something, what's never going to happen. You're never going to want to talk about what you're doing to some family anymore. You're not going to want to do that because you're going to know right away, these people work. And there's nothing wrong with working, folks. But working folks don't like to see other people get out of that livestock pen. They don't want to be champion somebody else because that would be like taking energy and directing it to someone else to do well instead of directing it to themselves and for them to do well. So why are you surprised? They're indoctrinated. You're not going to wake them up. You're not going to stir them up by you telling them that you're going to work your ass off and you're going to learn how to do this and you're going to speculate way more income potential than any other job that you would ever fall into or get degrees with. It ain't never going to be compared. It isn't going to be in the same vicinity, the neighborhood, the zip code. You're not going to get anywhere close to the fucking money that you could make doing this. And if that bothers you because I'm using this language, I don't give a shit. Because I'm tired of people tiptoeing and dancing around, boo-hooing that they don't have this figured out yet. What's stopping you? You have it now. It's done. It's on those videos. Study it. You got to work for it. It doesn't mean I watch the videos, therefore I should know. No, you watch the videos and I tell you what you should be looking for. Then you have to do the work. You have to do that. If you fail, I did not fail you. You failed you. Own it, man. Own it. I failed myself for the first few years until I realized I'm the problem. And then when I realized what those issues were that I was struggling with, perfection. I didn't want to lose ever. I thought that there was a way for me to trade and never have a losing trade. That's bullshit. There is a way to trade with a high degree of accuracy, but it requires you to trade very selective. I just taught you that. You use the economic calendar. High impact, medium impact news events, period. Times of day, days of the week, and seasonal influences. Yes, some of you are thinking, oh, you said the word seasonal. Yes, I'm going to teach seasonal tendencies. It's a topical study. We'll do it. I don't know when, but we'll do it. But I told myself I wasn't going to get animated in this. But if you give me enough time, you'll see that I have swings. And sometimes I could be, well, not the best order. But nonetheless, I'm rooting for you folks. I believe you can do this. If I didn't believe it, I would not be wasting my fucking time. This is not monetized. I'm talking into a phone. I don't even know I don't know how many people are listening. I don't know how many people are going to listen to this. I'm not getting paid to do it. There's no ads here. This is the really real. This is the stuff that I needed to know and hear and be reassured that guess what? Just because everybody else around didn't believe I was going to be able to do this, that I was going to fail. Listen, I'm a simple person. that so many people around the world know my name because I persevered and off and cried to the Lord and asked him, please, please open my eyes so I can see this. And if you do that, I will spend the rest of my life helping others with it. And that will be my ministry. Whether you want to be a churchy kind of guy or not, that's why I do this. I live my life like this because it's my promise.